Several social media sites have joined Democrats in censoring posts about the alleged whistleblower. One example is OAN reporter Neil W. McCabe, who was logged out of his Twitter account after tweeting his report from the alleged whistleblower's home. Here's Neil's report from the White House.
Late Friday night, I received notice from Twitter that I was locked out of my Twitter account because two of my tweets about my report from the Washington residence of Eric Sharamilla, the CIA analyst who has been identified as the alleged whistleblower, violated Twitter rules. After looking for Eric Sharamilla in Connecticut, One American News went to the Washington residence of the CIA analyst. Just a 20-minute walk to the White House, where he was assigned to the National Security Council staff as one of Vice President Joe Biden's advisors when Biden controlled American policy with Ukraine.
Turkey has started sending Islamic State fighters who were captured in Syria back to their home countries. The fighters have been held at deportation centers in Turkey, and according to the country's Interior Ministry, the first to be repatriated is a U.S. citizen. A German combatant will be sent back today as well, with more to be repatriated later this week.
Well, that's right. The Interior Ministry spokesman, Ismail Chataklu, has been speaking, saying that one American citizen has already been deported today. There will be another German and a Danish citizen are expected to be returned later on today back to their countries. And on Thursday, there will be 7 more German citizens, again linked to the Islamic State, will be returned, and possibly 11 French citizens. Also, 2 other Germans are expected later this week as well. So
now, a judge in The Hague has ordered the Netherlands to repatriate more than 50 children of women who joined Isil in Syria. 23 women asked the court to allow their families to return due to deplorable conditions in the Al Hol camp in northern Syria. The court found only the children must be sent back to the Netherlands.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to it than that. Let me try and explain. It is one of those rulings that's going to be looked at very carefully, I think, by several European countries which are trying to work out how to balance these difficult considerations about what to do in this situation. Public opinion in many European countries is very much against these people, but you know, as the judge plainly pointed out in this hearing, the children, he said, should be repatriated by the Dutch government within 14 days.
Boris Johnson is under pressure to reduce the UK's links with Bahrain after a letter from some opposition leaders warned that female human rights campaigners are suffering physical and sexual assault. Lib Dem leader Joe Swinson, SNP and Plaid Cymru's Westminster leaders Ian Blackford and Liz Saville-Roberts, and former Green Party leader Caroline Lucas have all lent their support. Their letter acknowledges that the UK provides significant funding and training to the Gulf countries' judiciary and police through Foreign and Commonwealth Office programmes. But it also notes that despite the close ties, Bahraini officials often acted outside due process and abused female prisoners over politically motivated charges.
We are learning more about a deadly accident involving a car that flew into the second floor of an office building in Toms River. 2 people were killed.
Firefighters and other responders pushed out bricks to widen an opening left by an out-of-control sports car that crashed through the building's second-story exterior wall, landing upside down. Killed in the car were 2 men, both of Toms River, 23-year-old Daniel Foley and 22-year-old Braden DeMartin. Police say DeMartin was driving with Foley in the passenger seat, northbound on Hooper Avenue at an extremely high rate of speed. Skid marks show where the Porsche crossed over the southbound lanes, bouncing as it hit a ditch leading up to the 2-story building at 1466 Hooper, where signs out front advertise a real estate firm and a counseling services company, among others.
The president of the opposition Cambodia National Rescue Party spent his first full day of relative freedom still in his home in the capital Phnom Penh. He met diplomats. The first was the ambassador of France, which is one of the countries applying most pressure on the Cambodian government. Kem Sokha didn't talk to the media, but his spokesman said the meetings were an opportunity to say thank you. Kem Sokha is still banned from political activities, and the charge of treason against him stands. The decision to end his house arrest came the day after the acting president of his party, Sam Rainsy, flew into Malaysia from exile in France, saying he'll return to Cambodia.
Señores, funcionarios públicos, tienen ese reto con su pueblo.
佢掹槍啊！佢掹槍！喂！可唔可以開槍啊？頭先佢係開槍㗎。影住啊！仆街！而家就想發放呢一個胡椒噴霧啊！而家又再次發放呢個胡椒噴霧啊！你做咩啊？想發放呢一個嘅胡椒噴霧啊！就成。